Now we're in the section for dividends, and the first question is, the rate at which our Sacco give dividends is very low. Is there any hope for improvement on this?
Kwetu Sacco has improved on dividends every year, because for those who have been there since the Sacco started, the Sacco had a financial depression for some time, and because of the debts that were accruing, the Sacco had to deal with the debts. And we moved out and told the members very clearly our approach. Other than allowing the Sacco to die forever and allow everybody to lose, we had to start moving strategically to meet and address the real principal needs of a Sacco. Because one, you don't join a Sacco to earn dividends. You join a Sacco to access cheap credit, which we made sure was there. That time the Sacco had no money, but we struggled with the little funds that we had, while it was making losses, to be able to make teachers make ends meet in terms of accessing funds to finance the activities. It took 10 years. And even to date, we are still servicing the same debts that were there. Dividends are paid from profit or surplus that is obtained. If you are not making profit, then where do you pay dividends from? The environment which was set after the Sacco had financial slump was that members were migrating, members were not borrowing. If you put up a maize mill somewhere, and people do not come with maize to do the milling, and you are not earning anything, where do you get the excess to pay? Saccos were created on a platform of enabling environment, one, to save, two, to access cheap credit. The issue of dividends, whoever brought it is mad, and I would loudly say that. Because here you are paying your 5 shillings. When you are 15, you want 45 shillings. By the end of the year, you have not even returned 5 shillings. And you are telling me to calculate dividends on money that you have in your pocket. The illusion of dividends in Sacco world has created a barrier that Saccos will never grow, but they will die. And what I can advise my members is that right now, Saccos who are bragging on a high percentage of dividends, some of them are closing doors. Because the biggest disease for Saccos is dividends. If people would think, and we go back to the cardinal creation of Saccos, is about real-time access to credit, and you have no pressure. But if you get dividends at the end of the year and you remain 12 months suffering, what kind of dividends are you getting? You are misled. So I am advising members to go back to the original doctrine of the Sacco world, which prescribed medicine on savings and access cheap credit. The rest, if Sacco makes profit, let it be shared according to what people have made. But the competition of rates, that is why most Saccos are down. They cannot even give loans. And if you cannot get a loan in a Sacco and you are waiting for dividends at the end of the year, then something somewhere is wrong with your mind.
The next question is, how many shares does a member need on the minimum to be able to start receiving?
One, members seem not to know what is dividends and what is paid. Sacco is divided into two. There is share capital, which is determined by the Sacco itself. Share capital in Kwetu Sacco is 22,000 shillings. That is now what earns you dividends. And you can only earn dividends if a Sacco is able to make a surplus. The rest of your deposits is member deposits. The rest of the money that you are putting in your Sacco beyond 22,000 is member deposit. And that is what you use to apply loans times 3. And Kwetu Sacco started paying interest on member deposits almost 5 years back. And it has grown from 7,000, if I remember, 7 million to date. Last year, 2019, I paid 74 million. The other year, 2018, I paid 68 million. So it has been growing that way. But then, as we pay the 68 million, one, we should not suspend services the way it used to be. You should be able to apply for a loan and get it in 2 hours the way it has been as you receive your dividends. The scenarios happening in that circles I don't want to talk about, but they should investigate. Because you'll only realize your Sacco is functional if you can access money, walk in and walk out with money, and not dividends. You can receive as much dividends as you wish, but then you wait for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months to get a credit. That is not a Sacco. It's just trying to blackmail you on the face, and then you are suffering.
Someone is asking, last year we got dividends on both deposits and shares. This year we received the dividends only on deposit. Is there any hope for our poor,
whoever is saying that is wrong?
Shares?
We paid interest on deposits this Monday. The following Monday we paid dividends. Dividends were 967 and interest on deposits were based on the match you have. So let them go back to their messages. It is there.
Someone is asking, at what rate was the 2019 dividends awarded? Do you consider making such
We don't calculate rates. We pay based on what you have invested, and I have refused to give out that because I don't want to give every an access to all that we do. Because one, Kwetu Sacco is meeting all the teachers' expectations, save for that thing they call dividends. And the moment they realize what is dividends, because it almost killed the Sacco, they will stop talking about that and appreciate what is happening in terms of what we are doing to them. Because let them walk to any Sacco, they will never get a Sacco that will give them loan in 2 hours. It has never happened, but it is happening in real time. Most of our products is 2 hours, as long as you can qualify from within your muscles. It's only development loan that takes 2 weeks. Other circles we are having development loans taking 3 months. But here we are taking 2 weeks because we allow the credit committee to meet, because development has to be appraised by the credit committee. They meet twice in a month. The rest is real time. We even have extraordinary products where you access to an extent of even 3 million, 5 million if you can afford to pay in 1 day. We call it express normal loan. If you have that pressure, you want to pay $1 million, your pay slip is not adulterated financially, you access that 1 million within 1 day. Put it in the morning, by 3, it's already in your account.
The next question is, after how long should Kwetu Sacco fully recover from the last downfall? Recovery
is gradual. Because where there is a financial mess, there is a lot. And if I would tell the members today, the Sacco is nursing wounds that will take years and years to heal. But the most important thing is that the Sacco is back and is able to access its membership credit as required within the standards that are within the financial sector. The other issues are financials, and they are normally given gradual time to heal. And that is what we have done.
Someone is asking, how much was the Sacco's profit? I think he's asking about the last financial year.
No, those are books of accounts. I cannot start telling the media about profits.
After how long are we expecting the Sacco to revive? I think we have answered this.
The Sacco is already revived.
Yeah. Members are fearing that the same song of the Sacco healing. It is now about 20 years, but still we have not yet.
It's not 20 years, it's 12 years.
So the next question is, personally, I'm still waiting for the dividends and the interest till now. I don't know how long I should wait.
Do they have an account with the FOSA? Because we pay those things in the FOSA. If they have not opened accounts with the FOSA, then they are in suspense. You only need to open the account to get your money.
The next question is, why don't you consider paying dividends through M-Pesa or Airtel Money?
Do they know what is cyber crime? Do they know what is cyber fraud? That is somebody who is not informed. Nobody will allow. Money has to transit from one level to another. It has to get into your account so that now you can withdraw it to your M-Pesa. It cannot come direct. And in the world, it has never happened.